Good morning or afternoon, whenever you're listening to this. I am reading a book called How to Eat an Airplane, written by Peter Pearson, illustrated by Marcia Catasanu. And this is a book that my children really love. If you want to eat an airplane, there are a few things you should know. The truth is, most airplanes are too large to eat by yourself. So if you want to eat an airplane, you should have a party. Invite guests. Airplane invitations are called tickets. Send one ticket to each guest. Make sure they're first class. You'll want to set the table at least an hour before the meal. Be sure that you have knives, spoons, and forklifts. Greet your guests at the gate. If someone has a carry-on bag, offer to put it somewhere away from the meal. You don't want it to be eaten by mistake. If your guests don't know one another, introduce them like this. So-and-so, this is such and such. Tonight, you will be dining buddies. Do not say so-and-so and such and such, unless those are their actual names. Escort your guests to the dining room and begin with a toast. Most people know the airplane toast. To friends and flight and appetite, and stomachs the size of the sea. Guests can refill their glasses from the wings, which hold the jet fuel. Serve appetizers as guests mingle. The cockpit is filled with delicious dials and tasty instruments. They tell the pilots how fast the plane is going, how high it is, and how much fuel is left. They're also crunchy. Now it's time to be seated. Fasten your seatbelts. The perfect first course is a warm bowl of engine oil, which will help everything go down smoothly. Everyone should tuck in their napkins in case they spill. The salad course is next. Aileron rhymes with Sailor John and comes from French. Serve the ailerons with French dressing. Voila! For the next course, it's nice to serve the landing gear. Make sure it's smooth, not bumpy. Airplane wheels are vulcanized, so cook them well before serving. You don't want them to be too rubbery. Remember, it takes 45 minutes for the brakes to cool down after landing. Give the guests oven mitts, just in case. If a guest comes late, don't fret. Hand them a glass of jet fuel as they recite the tardiness toast. To friends and clocks and paradox, I'm usually on time. Oops. Then graciously welcome them in. Everyone will be excited for the next course. The engines. Just remember, cheering, squealing, slurping, burping, singing, strumming, and screeching are all sounds that do not belong at the table. Also roaring. Roaring means that you may have forgotten to turn the engines off. Don't open your mouth while chewing, unless a bolt or a screw gets stuck in your teeth. If this happens, make a small joke like, I thought I felt something screwy. Take a nice stretch in between courses, preferably on the wings. The wings of some planes are as large as a basketball court. Encourage your guests to play a couple of games to help with digestion. No game is complete without snacks. Serve the snacks cart, and the snacks too if you want. Now it's time for the main course. The fuselage, rhymes with blue garage, is the largest part of the plane. Be careful climbing in. Inside, the fuselage is packed with all sorts of delicious treats. Scrumptious seat belts, mouth-watering windows, succulent seat cushions, and tasty tray tables. Plenty for everyone. The lavatories are not luscious. Eat around them. Airplanes are so delicious that it's easy to forget to keep up conversation. Here are some suggestions. What's your favorite kind of landing gear? Would you like another trim tab? Or tell a joke. How did the grizzly get to Japan? On a bear plane. After munching the tail, chomping the wings, bolting the bolts, and guzzling the grease, many of your guests will be at full capacity. Everyone should pack a suitcase full of leftovers to bring home. However, it is always polite to offer dessert. Perhaps an ice cream truck. And that's the end.